Turning 40, I had the big three. Love who you're with, love where you live, and love what you do. I'd been sober for a few years at that point. My father was a recovering alcoholic, and I knew that was in my DNA. But here's the thing. I hadn't gone into recovery. I went to 3 Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, and I was done. I never unpacked why I drank so much or smoked so many cigarettes. I never considered why more was never enough for me. Unfortunately, I soon found a different high through slot machines. I started playing at a casino during a conference for work, and I won. I got the thrill into my system right away. Addiction is a progressive disease, no matter if it's gambling, smoking, or anything else. Because I didn't seek recovery for drinking, my gambling started at a higher level, which became dangerous. I started gambling full out. After 6 months of intense gambling, I was playing $100 slots. I went through all the money I could find, my home equity loan, credit cards. I maxed out everything. When you're struggling with problematic gambling, you don't care about anything or anybody. All I wanted to do was sit at the machine and escape whatever worries I had. Money was the drug, and gambling was how I got high. I did the unthinkable to get more money, even stealing from my employer, whom I loved. When I got caught, things went downhill from there. I was fired and ultimately sentenced to prison time. The hardest part was telling my family. They had no idea. The shame, the embarrassment, the guilt all set in. I had betrayed them. I started going to AA meetings again, but couldn't face Gamblers Anonymous yet. When I finally did go to GA, I came in tears. I was a complete wreck, but the folks there got me. They offered me understanding, unconditional love, and support. I learned that while I had a disease, I wasn't crazy. There was hope. I ended up serving 20 months in prison. That was hell, but I got through it. I tried to stay positive and draw on the takeaways from the GA meetings. I had a lot of time to reflect, too. I realized that the only way to start gaining back self-respect and anyone else's was an honest effort at recovery. That's when I started taking things seriously. Upon my release, my history of problem gambling and embezzlement followed me, creating new challenges. I was incredibly fortunate to find housing and a new job. Today, I use my past as a focusing point. You remember the pain and what you did because that helps you remain in the present. With relationships, some hurt may always be there. I still am digging out from financial issues. From the day I got fired until this is resolved, it'll be about 10 years if I'm fortunate. I believe the best way to move forward is to live with honesty, integrity, accept responsibility, make amends, and pay it forward. I still go to weekly GA meetings, seeing people like me who have embezzled, served time, and hurt loved ones, but are back on their feet continues to ground and motivate me.
My work involves working with those struggling with problematic gambling.
I've seen that for someone to go into true recovery from any addiction, they have to do it for themselves. That's the intrinsic motivation when you're tested and triggered. So, if you or a loved one is struggling with gambling, focus on the recovery, not just stopping the behavior. Do the follow through and find resources, whether that's counseling, group work, a 12-step program, a faith-based program, reading books, etc. There are many pathways to recovery, as long as it's healthy and works for you. Break your recovery journey into tiny steps. Find support, maintain a positive attitude, and take things one day, 1 hour at a time.